Hi everyone. So this video is in continuation of the previous video, and today I will be going to talk about the keywords in the JavaScript and the destructing of the array and the object in the JavaScript with respect to the ES6 or JavaScript 6 version. Okay, so let's get started. So I just switched it into the Lightning Web component, which I have created into the older tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to the JavaScript again here, and I will be writing one method. Let's say the method will be a connected callback. Okay, and so if you guys are aware with the Lightning Web component, then the connected callback will be the initialization of the method, and this will be getting called whenever the Lightning Web component initialized. Okay, so within this particular method, I will be writing my JavaScript statements. Okay, so today we will be talking about the keywords like var keyword, let keyword, and the constant keyword. So let's understand the var keyword. So basically, var keyword is the older form of the declaration of the variables in the JavaScript, and the scope of the var keyword is a completely function. I mean, you declare a function. Within that particular function, you declare the var you declare the variable using the var keyword, and that particular variable can be accessed throughout the functions. And if you declare the variable by using the let keyword, so the let keyword will be your block specific variables. Okay, so and the constant keyword, as the name says, that once that variable is got declared, then that can be remodified. Okay, so I will be using I will be using this particular method, and I will be using all these three keywords to declare the variable and to try to be access within the block and the outside the block, so that we can understand the differences between all these three keywords in the JavaScript. Okay, so within this particular connected method, I am declaring, let's say, var x is equal to 2, and I am writing the console.log, and I will be printing the x at here. Okay, now let's say I am writing the one if condition, and within this particular if condition, let's say I will add the true, so it should be always running. And let's say I am declaring the one more variable, and I am just writing the x is equal to let x is equal to 3. Okay, and again console.log, so that we can see the response from the x. And here we go, and I will be writing the x again here, and now I am again writing the x is at console.log, and outside the block I'm printing the again x variable here. Okay, so if you see here, then there is a variable x, and we have a block, and within that particular block we have declared again the let x and assign the value to the 3. So usually if we have the, let's say, if we have the var is equal to x is equal to 3. Okay, so this particular x will be overridden with this particular 3. Okay, so I don't have to declare it again. So basically like this way, and this particular x is scoped within this particular block and outside this particular block as well. Okay, but if we have the let keyword within this particular block, then this particular x is not be accessible at this outside the block. So add the line number 13. Okay, now let me also create the constant variable as well. So I would say constant keyword, and let's say I am taking the constant of y, and y is equal to 3. Okay, and let's say if I try to reassign this particular y as a value 4, and if I try to print this particular y at the very last, then let's see what happened here. Okay, so I'm saving it, I'm deploying my code to my source branch. So if you see here, my deployment got successful here, and let me open the developer console and let me refresh this particular window again. So it say that the assignment of the constant variable is not permitted. Okay, so basically our JavaScript got broken. Okay, so now let me go here and let me comment this particular line and redeploy the again. Now there is one more note here. So the script which I'm executing here, you can directly execute either in the developer console, right here, write it here, or you can again use the some another editor to execute this particular JavaScript statements. Okay. Now let me refresh this again. Here we go. So it says that 2, 3, 2, and 3 again. Okay. Now this particular variable is 3, 2, and when we first put to the console.log. So let me also do this one more. So you guys can easily debug the JavaScript by using the debugger statement. Okay. So let me paste. Let me write the debugger statement and deploy it again. So basically it's a way to debug the JavaScript. I hope you guys are already aware of this thing. So I'm refreshing this particular window again. What happened? Why it's not open? Go to source, control P, and write. So somehow the debugger is not working. So I will put it later on. So by the way, the agenda is to understand the scope of the variables here. So the first output that we got here is the 2323. Okay. So the 2 printed for this particular x, which is a variable x that we have declared the line number 7, and the 3 got printed with the variable with the let variable that we have declared at the line number 3, and the again 2 got printed just because of the variable that we have declared at the line number 7. See, so at the line number 11 we have overridden this particular x, but it got a scope within this particular block only. Okay, so like the way so which makes us to understand that the let keyword will be only a scope uh, is- scope to the any of the block. Okay, and as you see that the constant, so this particular constant once declared, then this particular variable cannot got reassigned the another newer value. Okay, now there is one more thing that I wanted to update here, that the destructing of the array. So let's say we have the array called the var array of the numbers. So let me write that the numbers, and let me add 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So let's say we have the number array, and within the number array we have the elements 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, now if I ask anyone to assign these values to the 4 different variable, then how the usual developer do that? So usually the JavaScript you developer write, let's say either a let or a var, anything. Okay, let's say var where the number, I mean the variable name, let's say 1 is equal to number of 0th index. Okay, so number of 0th index, and in the same way, let's say user declare the all of the other values. Okay, now this second, third, and fourth. So this is a 2, this is a 3, this is a 4. Okay, so all are 3 different variables got declared at the 4 number of lines. Okay, now with respect to the JavaScript version 6, we have this shorthand way to declare these 4 variables and automatically assignment of all these numbers. So I just written it incorrectly. So this index will be 2 and 3. So there is a shorthand in the JavaScript, in the version 6 JavaScript. We have to, I mean, which gives capability to declare it into a single line. Okay, now the shorthand is syntax is, let's say syntax is like this way. So you will have to only write the keyword var, and if it is an array, then you will have to write the variable name only, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, and just assign the number array. That's all. Now if you write the console.log and print the number 2 like this way, so it will give the number 2. Okay, now there is one more thing, I can write it in here. So if you have the object in place of the number array, let's say we have the var, and var equal to object, uh, let's say data. Okay, and with this particular object you have a key value pair available here, right? So let's say we have a key called 1 data is 1 comma, at 2 we have 2, and at 3, sorry, 3 we have, let's say 3. Okay, now we have this object available here. Now if I need to destruct this particular object, then user will definitely going to do that object dot data dot 1 or object dot data dot 2 or object dot data dot 3 to get the values from this particular object. But in the JavaScript version 6, we have a short format to destruct this particular object, and the syntax is pretty much same as that we have used for the array. Okay, so within this particular in order to destruct this particular object, we have to declare in the same way, like var of, let's say, one var of, let's say you can write the other values as well. Let's say x, y, z, comma, a, b, and c. Okay, and directly assign the object here, object data. Okay. Now you will ask that we have a three data defined in object, but I'm assigning only two. Okay, so basically it will add the first two into the first two assignment, and it will assign the first two data into the first two variable, and it will discard the, I mean, it will leave the three. It will not give any of the errors. Okay. Now I am going to uh, console.log it here. Console.log. Also, let me add the object data. Let me add the message so that we can easily identify what's got printed or what's not. And let me save it. Let me add the message here also. This is a array data. Here we go. So I'm deploying it. And then I will refresh the page. Okay. So let's wait to get it successfully deployed. So it got deployed successfully, and I'm going to the browser again and refreshing my page. See, first of all, the array data got printed here, and it got saying that the 2 is the number. Okay, but somehow we got the error, and it says that the intermediate value. Okay, after enter through new exception, and intermediate value is not iterable. Okay, okay. So the error we are getting for the object, and I have made the mistake. So I need, this particular response is not a array. So this particular response is the object. So I need to declare the variable in the form of the object. So like the curly braces I need to add is instead of using the big bracket. Okay. And I'm saving the code again and deploying the code again to my org. So let's wait for the few seconds to get it successfully deployed. Here we go. And I am again going to refresh my page. So it says that the data is undefined. Okay. Now, okay, so the data was undefined because of the, we need to add the same key. I mean, if we have declared the key as in 1 and then 2 as in 3, so we have to add the same key over the object here, and it will print the data. So let's say I am adding the data on the place of 2, and within that 2, let's say this is a string 2, and let's say I'm replacing the key as a twice. Okay, so I need to add the twice over here, and let me print the twice. Okay, now I'm saving it, I'm deploying it. So let's wait for the few seconds. Okay, it got deployed successfully, and let me refresh the page again. Okay, so it says that this is a string 2, so it got successfully deployed. Okay, now there is one more thing that I want to highlight here. Okay, So if we don't wanted to assign the one attribute, okay, if we don't wanted to assign the data 1, but we are only interested in the data 3. Okay, let's say we have a huge number of data available here, and we are not interested in all of data. We have only interested in the data, let's say, which exists at the very last number of the array, okay, or at the, let's say, at the third or fourth index of the array, okay. So how to assign those variables, okay. Now in that case, let's say we have a 1, so we don't have to assign 1, and we have a 2 twice. Okay, so we don't have to assign it twice, but we are interested in 3. So I will say the 3 here, okay, like this way. So I will say comma, comma, and 3. Okay, so the error is that unexpected token. Okay, so this is not possible. One second. So let's try this particular shorthand in the number array first of all. Okay, so I'm deleting this. I am deleting this again. I'm deleting this again. Okay, I'm saving it, and I will be printing the number 4 here. Okay, and let's say I am going to deploy. It got deployed successfully, and let me refresh the page again. So the answer should be the array for the array is 4. So see, the 4 is got printed over here. Okay. Now there is one more thing that I wanted to update here. Now let's say you are only interested in one index 1, and you are not interested in any of the data. Okay, so you declared like this way. Okay, but you wanted the remaining data in the form of array should be available at your code. Okay, so in that case you will have to write like this way: put the comma over here and put the triple dot and put the args. Okay, so this is again a variable name, so you can write it remaining param as well. PARAM param. Okay, so this is basically called the spread operator. Okay, so this is basically meant to the remaining data in the array. Now I am again writing the console.log and adding the console.log. Let's say remaining data, and this will be the PARAM param. Okay, I'm deploying it. So it got successfully deployed, and let me go to the browser and refresh the page again. So it says this 4 is not defined, and I need to figure it out where it is getting failed. So this 4 is not got defined here, so I need to make it 1, and I am deploying it again. It got successfully deployed. Let me refresh my page again. See, the first one got printed as in 1 here, and the remaining data of the array got printed like this way. So this is the remaining argument. Okay. So guys, there is one more thing that I wanted to highlight here. So we can use the arg as in I mean the spread operator for the object as well. So when we do that triple dot with the args, and the args got printed over here, so this will print the remaining object, okay, apart from the one. Okay, So it will only have the data for the twice and the thrice, and it will assign the one as in the first variable. Okay, so I just deployed this particular code to my OR and just printed over the developer console. So if you see here, see the data is one, and the remaining remaining data is object. Okay, so guys, this is from my end, and I will be uploading further to declare how to declare the function in the short way in by using the within a JavaScript 6. Okay, and thanks for watching this video, and that's it from my end. Thank you.